Khosi Nation, I have some bad news as Kaizer Chiefs are going to face AmaZulu today without the services of Edmilson Dove, given him Simango, and also Dylan Solomons, Naege Orif Rosler. Now with Edmilson Dove, Naege given him Simango, they both got suspended because of a red card, and then Dylan Solomons and also Orif Rosler, they are both injured. Dylan Solomons, they said, is dealing with the shoulder injury. Naege Orif Rosler is dealing with his own type of injury. And if we take a look at the history between the Kaizer Chiefs and AmaZulu FC, you can see from the screen on the MTN 8 2022, this is just their 5 last games. Kaizer Chiefs and AmaZulu drew 1-1, and then on the MTN 8 again, semi-final second leg, they draw 0-0, and then AmaZulu last year, 13 January, they beat Kaizer Chiefs 4-0, and then this time around, Kaizer Chiefs 26 August 2023, they beat AmaZulu 3-0, and then Telkom knockout on the first round, AmaZulu beat Kaizer Chiefs. So definitely they are both unpredictable, so it's very hard to predict which one is going to win between the two teams, but I'm sure AmaZulu might win this one, because taking a look at Kaizer Chiefs currently, their defense is going to be bad without the services of Edmilson Dove, given him Samango, Dylan Solomons, and also Orif Rosler. So if those key players are not there for the back four, then obviously they are going to introduce Itumelang Khune, Njabulo Ngcobo, Sfiso Hlanti, and also Utateon Ditlhokwe. And to be honest, guys, those players they are not used to each other. They haven't played much matches with each other, so definitely this is going to be a big problem, especially with defense. Without giving them Simango, without Dove, I see a problem. With my center backs, but at least maybe we can rely on Njabulo Ngcobo no Tadeona Ditlhokwe. Maybe they will give us something. And then also we know Ogutigu right, coach is going to play Itumelang, and then we left obviously his favorite player Sfiso Hlanti. And I see a huge problem when it comes to this back four, because we know it's Lama player Wajoilananga, and if AmaZulu get that chance and score one goal, then obviously we're going to concede more goals, unless Kaizer Chiefs manages to manage the game and try to score as many goals as possible for moving forward, so that we can balance the two. And I'm happy guys to see Coach Kevin Johnson being so hopeful and optimistic about today's clash, even though he knows Wuti he will be playing without his key players. This is what he said on the media. Overall, we have trained well. The boys are looking positive. We have had a few setbacks in defense due to suspensions for Dove and Given, plus injuries to Dylan Solomons and Rev Rosler from the game against TS Galaxy. But we are Kaizer Chiefs, and we can't use that as an excuse. The players who will come in are always ready to play and do a job against AmaZulu. We have noted how they play generally, although that can change. They usually play a high line and go with the lone striker and overlapping fullbacks. They have good players who can operate between the lines, but we have worked on our own ways of causing them problems. Gushoyenage or Coach Kevin Johnson. And guys, since we know that Brendan Peterson has gotten a red card, that means Angegabe Konagu bench. So probably we might see Itumelang Khune being introduced back into the bench, and he might start or he might be on the bench. And then moving on, we might see Gonzalez Naye back on the match squad today. And speaking of our goalkeeper, guys, I think we need to have an honest conversation about our goalkeepers. We don't have a quality goalkeeper so far, guys. We have to be honest. Goalkeeper Asinaye. So far, my favorite goalkeeper, it is Brendan Peterson. Even though he does make those silly mistakes, I can concede our goals are simple. But with Bruce Voma can, we are goals, we are baller for that matter. But there are some of those chances where he makes irrational decisions, just like Clear Meshley against I forgot where it was, last consider corner, the second goal, where he was poor. he was in the lines and then he decided to leave the lines, and halfway there he changed his mind and thought, no, let me get back, and that's where he cost us that goal, because it was a simple goal, Bafethu. It was a simple goal. So we have to be honest with our goalkeeper way too. I believe maybe as time goes on we might they might improve. I'm hoping for that, because we need a goalkeeper. We can't rely on those goalkeepers that we have currently. Brendan Peterson, Bruce Vuma, Itumelang Khune. I'm not going to talk much about him because contract yake is coming to an end, even though he said he might stay until, because he wants to play football until the age of 40, if I'm not mistaken, and is currently 30 something. So I might not talk much about him, but he has given us 50% performance last match here, where he played Lapayana Black Stars, calling all Black Stars. He played very well, Lapayana, and he gave us something. 50% beautiful performance and 50% few mistakes. Obviously, we work on mistakes, but I have to give it to him. He made some beautiful saves, and even though he was shaking, you couldn't say, "Look, okay, he's shaking." He did like the best performance. I know some are going to talk about the OT, the ground was slippery and isn't this fun analyzer, but I believe he did good. So yeah. And moving on forward, Mbogeli, I know. This is our coach we're talking about, so I think he's going to play Sibongiseni Mthethwa, Usiyathemba Sithebe, and also Umduduzi Shabalala. I hope Uti he's going to play it like this, and then also Pasumbuli, Christian Saile Naye, he will be introduced, and then Oranga Shivaviro. If not, then no, but if Jason Gonzalez cannot start the game, but we will see my Pumi lineup, and also Pulemodi Naege or Ashley to praise. So yeah, I believe coach is going to place his lineup. Those are the players that we're going to see start the game today. Even though Mbogela Pekaya, I have no hopes whatsoever that Kaizer Chiefs is going to win today's clash against AmaZulu FC, but we will see. Mbogeli, they might surprise us, because they've surprised us Lapana with TS Galaxy. I was sure they were going to lose, but they did surprise us, and yeah, we will see as game idlala, and I'm hoping that coach Kevin Johnson will do the right thing as Nigeze that win, because we need those 3 points. We're currently sitting at number 9, if I'm not mistaken, and AmaZulu, they are at number 12. So if we win, and then a win will take us back to the top 8 position, so we will go back to the top 8. And yeah, at least with those 2 remaining games, maybe we might clinch on it and then stay on the top 8, because we need that. We cannot finish out of the top 8 since we know the season is almost over. So yeah, this is it, Mbogeli. I believe thank you so much for watching. You can let me know what you think down in the comment section below, and if you think Coach Kevin Johnson is not going to play like this, you can let us know what's your prediction and what's your score prediction, because I don't want to lie, ngizibonela nje 2-1 or 3-1 AmaZulu scoring 3 and then Chiefs 1, because akusizi Mbogeli bringing hopes high, knowing what your team is going to play, Gabi. So yeah, I believe this is it, Mbogeli. Bad news, but you can let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And ukhumbule Mbogeli, ikosi aliphela umoya.